Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the Lean Six Sigma certification program. We are going to look into the importance of Lean Six certification. This program is brought to you by Dr. Yusuf. We're going to present a short brief and we will leave the floor open for any questions at the end of the session. This is going to be a common occurrence by Opal's training department, where we'll be providing free webinars just so that we can raise awareness for the courses that we offer. And so for the candidates to be able to understand the best of what it is exactly that we are offering. So for the next few months, we are going to be providing more webinars like this. So please kindly just be on the know about this. And for now, I'm going to leave the floor for Dr. Yusuf. And Dr. Yusuf will take us over and we'll have questions by the end. Thank you. Dr. Yusuf.
Thank you, Luarith, and welcome everyone on board to this webinar. It's a pleasure to be here today in the webinar in cooperation with Opal, Oman Energy Association, and hopefully, inshallah, it will add value at the end of this session. We'll try to make it simple and brief and to answer the questions that you are looking for. I wish it will be valuable also to differentiate between different builds of Lean Six Sigma training. We will try to reflect whatever theory we will discuss here on the real practice in your organization, with more focus to oil and gas or in energy in general. So this initiative has been brought to you by the training department in Opal, and with the cooperation with the business development and quality company. So what we are going to discuss in the coming few sessions, the coming few slides, we aim to understand, one of my main objective, I want to make you understanding Lean and Six Sigma in the context of oil and gas or energy sector in general. Then number two, explore key differences between Lean and Six Sigma, and know the certification levels and who they are for. Discover core concepts, tools, and real-world applications. I know some of you have already been certified by some builds, by some levels. They have some knowledge about Lean and Six Sigma, but I wish that it will add value. This session, this webinar will add value to their knowledge. So to answer the question, what is Lean Six Sigma? It's a powerful, data-driven methodology combining Lean's focus on speed and waste elimination with Six Sigma's emphasis on reducing variation and improving quality. We have two key words here. We have the Lean focus on speed and waste elimination. So Lean, in short, is about waste elimination. This is the key word that you need to consider and concentrate on. Then Six Sigma is about reducing variation. The enemy of Six Sigma is the variation. We don't want variation. Okay? The enemy of Lean is the waste. We need to eliminate waste. So if we want to put it in bullet points, we will say that minimize operational waste. For example, waiting time during drilling operations in terms of energy sector. 2, improve process stability. Stability is about reducing variation in upstream, downstream activities. Number 3, enhance safety compliance. Compliance and safety all about decrease the defects. Defects are all about variation and environmental performance. Okay. So if we want to, in a table to compare between different features of Lean and Six Sigma, we will start to compare on the focus. As I have mentioned, that Lean is about eliminating waste. We have 7 types of waste. We are going to discuss it shortly in the coming few slides. And the focus of Six Sigma is to reduce variation. For example, I don't want to have defects in, let's say, if I'm trying to having an incident, or the incident that will lead to death, or it will lead to stop the work, number of hours that will be stopping the work, number of productivity, if we are measuring the productivity based on, let's say, certain unit. The second feature to compare is the goal. So lean is, the main goal of lean is to speed up the process and to make the process in a flow instead of putting the things up and down or going left and right. So we want to improve the flow. Okay. The goal of Six Sigma is to improve the accuracy and consistency. Okay. Then the next, or the third feature that we want to compare is the key metric. So we have some KPIs, some measures, data that could be collected in terms of lead time in lean, since it is concerning about speed, and cycle time. Lead time is all about the whole end-to-end process. For example, if we are talking about procurement process, from the time that someone will initiate a request till he will get, the company will get the money by having the invoice. This is called what is the lead time. Cycle time is the cycle time in performing each and every step. So step number 3, for example, verifying the invoice. So how long what is the cycle time of verifying this this invoice? The key metric in Six Sigma is defect rate, number of defects. Out of 1 million bottles would have been produced in a manufacturing area, how many of them are less than 250 ml filled? Or how many of them have been has a defect with the hole or an objects inside? We have something also called process sigma. We are going to discuss it in the coming slides. In lean, the next feature that to compare between lean and Six Sigma is the tools. We have different tools. We have over 300 tools, but what we are bringing here is few samples or examples on what are the most famous tools that will be used under the lean and Six Sigma. So under lean, we have something called 5S. 5S is our workplace organization tool. It stands for sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. And it is very effective tool that we'll use to organize the workplace, warehousing, and etc. The second tool is the value stream mapping. They call it VSM. Value stream mapping is where the process will be designed and mapped with including all steps, all materials, all manpower involved in this process. For example, conducting a training program involving different steps starting from the initiation till the program will be executed in the ground. So what are the steps from the initiation request till the program will be executed in the ground? There are different steps, 20 steps, 70 steps, 5 steps. All of these things will be called value stream mapping. Okay. We have another tool called Kaizen. Kaizen is a terminology, or a Japanese terminology, means that continuous improvement. Kaizen is an event that could be conducted in 5 days, extensive training and workshop that aim to improve a scope of work for a certain problem trying to improve. In the right side, under the Six Sigma, also it brought different tools that will enable the Six Sigma concept or philosophy to be implemented. The first and the most famous one is the DMAIC cycle. DMAIC cycle is a tool or a philosophy or a model or a framework that will be used to implement the Six Sigma concept. D is for define, M for measure, A for analyze, I for improve, and C for control. The second tool is control charts. Six Sigma is very sensitive to control charts. They brought control charts as part of the C cycle, the C model in the DMAIC cycle, to sustain and control the results, the positive results that will be discussed. The next one is hypothesis testing. It's like a research. We have a hypothesis and we will see if this hypothesis will be accepted or rejected. Okay. Is everything fine till now? Okay. So we have a key differences between Lean and Six Sigma. For example, in the oil and gas industry, in Lean, we are aiming to streamline maintenance scheduling. Okay, streamlining. We want to value the flow of the maintenance scheduling to be streamlined. While the Six Sigma will be focusing in reducing measurement variability in lab tests. Okay? But what we are talking about now in this certification brought by Opal here is we will merge the Lean in streamlining the maintenance, and we will also put it in the Six Sigma context to reduce the defects and the variability in the lab test. So each one of them will be focusing in different aspect or in different domain. Okay, so the question now, why we need to be certified? Can't we be only learning or getting information from ChatGPT or from Google or YouTube instead of having certifications? We have four main reasons. The first one is standardized knowledge across operations teams. Going through like online or going through a ready-made templates or ready-made training will not be helpful in transferring the theory practice to a practical sessions or a practical projects. Number two, we aim to enable structured problem solving in high-risk environments. Lean Six Sigma is a tool that will enable the organization to focus in problems and solve them using the DMAIC cycle by embedding both concepts of Lean and Six Sigma. Okay. Number three, we aim to improve project delivery, safety, and cost efficiency. Without having a certified people who are really equipped with knowledge and skills of implementing Lean and Six Sigma, it will be a bit difficult for them to really improve or deliver a product that will be helpful for the organization. Okay. Number four, having these certifications will support the ISO, for example, 9001 or HSC standards compliance, and the 14,000 of ISO requirements for environment and health and safety. So that's why we need to have certifications in order to be complying with these requirements. People always asking what are the levels of certifications. Well, we have different levels, but the most famous is 3: yellow, green, and black. Some literatures will add white as well for awareness for all staff, introduction concept. Yellow is considered, so our main here is to talk about yellow and green. So they say it's best for operators and technicians, and it will support Lean Six Sigma project. It will be like 1 day or 2 days session. It depends on the number of hours that will be conducted. And the green belt will be for engineers, supervisors. If operators also will want to get the green, there is no harm, but this is only for classify the things. The green belt will lead improvement initiatives. We are expecting green belt certificate staff or candidates to conduct an improvement project using the DMAIC cycle of Lean Six Sigma. But we are not expecting yellow belt candidates to conduct a project. They will get only the knowledge the general knowledge about the mic cycle, what is the Lean Six Sigma about, how it will be helpful, what are the implementation steps that we need to consider. Okay, so this is the main difference. Then number 3, we have something called black belt. It's for process experts, managers, nothing to do with that. It could be for process experts, and it could be also for engineers, could be for operators. It depends on how big the projects that you will conduct. The key focus is the strategic cross-functional improvements. So for example, what is the difference between green belt and black belt? This is out of our scope of discussion, but at least to know what are really the main concern or the main difference between green and black. In green belt, the scope of the problem that you are trying to solve is a bit small compared to the focus or the scope that the black belt trainee will be focusing on. It will consider cross-functional in different departments in the black belt, and it will focus in less and narrow scope in the green belt. The problem is a bit complicated in the black belt, and the one who has already been certified in green belt and he has already completed a project in Lean Six Sigma at the green belt level and have been supervised by a coach or a black belt, he will be able to go up for the black belt as the idea of Lean Six Sigma have been absorbed and digested by him. Then we have another level called Master Black Belt. That will be for the people who have completed 2 to 3 to 4 projects in Lean Six Sigma. It's the key focus of this one is to deploy and coach Lean Six Sigma to be like to work as a senior coach in Lean Six Sigma implementation to transform the organization in Lean Six Sigma. Okay. Do we have questions? Okay. So now I will talk in the coming few slides about some details of each and every belt. So in white and yellow, these are the focus or the core concept that we aim. What is the waste? The eight types of waste. Team wood, they call it team wood. T for transportation, waste of transportation. I for inventory. M for motion. W for waiting. The first O is for overproduction. The second O is over processing, and D for defects. They call it the 8 types of waste in Lean. These are 7, and we have another one called the underutilization of talented people is the waste number 8. Also, it will focus in the introduction to the mic cycle, as I have mentioned. Yellow belt also will talk about basics of flow, value. What does value mean? What is the difference between value in a restaurant, value in oil and gas industry, value in higher education, in healthcare, in manufacturing area, and etc. And what does variation mean in Six Sigma context? It will also give like a brief about what is the root cause analysis using different tools, Fishbone or 5 Whys or anything else. Okay, in the green belt, the demic cycle will be applied more deeply. We will use something called SIBOC. SIBOC is a tool, a high-level analysis. S for supplier, I for input, P for process, O for output, and C for customer. So we are using this one to analyze the process in a high level. Okay. Then we'll talk about the tree of critical to quality, CTQ, and process mapping, the details of the process mapping, how it will be done. Also, the candidate will be enabled to know more about control charts. We have different up to 8-10 control charts that will be used in measuring units or measuring numbers, measuring proportions or individual units, control charts. So we will see what is suitable for the problem that you are targeting in order to sustain results that you are trying to improve. We have something called Pareto analysis. and this is famous, they call it the 2080 concept of problem solving. Also, one of the concepts that will be brought by Greenbelt is the capability analysis. How capable is the process that you are trying to improve? And we will talk in analyzing the risk is about FEMA, failure mode and effect analysis. If we are going to, and this is necessary to propose some solutions, we should be able to assess what is the failure could be combined with the solution that you will be proposing. We need to conduct this analysis. We have an example in the oil and gas. If, for example, improve pump uptime is a project that can be solved in the green belt level. We will assess all of these things. All of these tools will be used to solve this problem. In the black belt, we have some concepts. The statistics will be a bit advanced and regression. We will do something called design of experiments. We will also need about the lean enterprise and change leadership, as the staff or the candidate or the coach will be already have been absorbed the yellow and green belt, and he or she should be able to understand the concept now. He should be like expand the knowledge of Lean Six Sigma in this regard. Also, we will see project financial analysis, cost and poor quality. We have an example here in oil and gas case, reducing the drilling non-productive time. This is considered to be a project of a black belt where they will be able to solve this issue. Okay, so here we'll have a comparison between yellow, green and black belt. So in the yellow, we'll talk about SIBOC, 5 whys, but control charts will not be considered, hypothesis testing and design of experiment. This is only trying to simplify the things. It's a bit complicated than what I'm presenting. In green belt, we have no design of experiment, but we'll have the remaining. In the black belt, we'll have everything in the package. If I want to simplify it more, I will say that yellow belt, there is no project will be conducted. It's all about awareness. Green, there is a project will be conducted, but the scope of the project will be a bit smaller or narrow compared to the black. Black belt will be a cross-functioning problem or a process that will be solved using the technique. Okay. So we have some application in oil and gas. In the upstream, for example, reducing downtime in well interventions. Here we have some projects or problems that can be solved using the DMAIC cycle of Lean Six Sigma. So how can we decide if we are going to use the green or yellow belt, green or black belt? It depends on the scope. It depends on how big the scope is and how big is the problem. If it is really something that we need to consider different stakeholders, cross-functional team, processes, then we need to think about the depth of the knowledge to go for the black. If it is really in a small scale or the scope is considered to be small, then we will go for the green belt. In the midstream, optimizing pipeline maintenance. This is a project that can be solved by Lean Six Sigma. In the downstream, improving refinery turnaround times. In the support services, reducing procurement cycle time, for example. These are some examples of how can Lean Six Sigma using DMAIC model be helping us to improve the service. I mean, the candidates who are willing to improve their services, some of these services will be with the examples that I'm presenting now, and some you can choose or prioritize from the issues that you have in your workplace. Okay, we have a sample certification roadmap. Well, this is like a proposal. You can even start your certification from year 20, but let's say in year 1 you are focusing in yellow belt field teams, in year 2 green belt for maintenance operations lead, then year 3 black belt for engineering project managers,
ongoing project coaching with Master Black Belt Mentoring. Well, there is no specific people or titles who should be only covering yellow, or no specific people or titles who should be only going for green or black. So everyone can go. It depends on how deep is the project you are trying to solve. How deep or how big or how complicated is the problem you are trying to improve or solve. So what are the key takeaways I wish you all to take is Lean Six Sigma is about value plus quality. We have to think about value that the customer is looking for. Value in the oil and gas, it depends on the process that you are trying to provide. Then they will take it from there. It will be different from the procurement cycle time, different in maintenance, different in operations. Even in operations in different areas, it will be depends on the outcome, the output. The quality, we are talking about number of errors, number of defects, number of delays. All of these things will be considered as part of quality. The second key takeaway is the practical for every layer of oil and gas operations. Lean Six Sigma, as I have mentioned in the previous slide, that is something practical and can be implemented everywhere. Okay, number 3, certification builds capability plus culture. I mean, if you are committed to be certified at the green belt level, then you will be working hard to show for your coach that you are really absorbing and digesting the meaning of the concept of DMAIC cycle. And you will see how each cycle or each stage will be useful to implement some tools of Lean Six Sigma. Number 4, start small, show impact, and scale smart. I mean, to understand really what you are going to implement, how the DMAIC cycle, the Lean Six Sigma, and the concept of improving and continuous improvement will be helpful for your organization. This is what I want to present. Thank you very much for your time, and the floor is yours, Al-Warith. I will be happy to hear from you.
MashaAllah, thank you very much, Dr. Yusuf, for your presentation and your time. It was a very filled with knowledge, and I think we were able to kind of differentiate the difference between Lean and Six Sigma. I guess we are now opening the floor for any questions that the attendees may have. Feel free to write your questions down in the chat box, or you can raise your hand and we would give you the opportunity to speak and ask your question. So we're going to put a small time frame for any questions available. Well, I guess while we're waiting for the questions, or for people who have any questions, I guess I can ask you a question of my own.